What up, world? Chào mọi người Canada, chào mọi người Việt Nam, chào mọi người Đức, chào mọi người Nhật, and chào mọi người Mỹ. This is your soon-to-be favorite Vietnamese guy, Ham I, of alwayswalmach.com. Did y'all get to listen to last week's special 90s and 2000s Asian Love Mix CD before Spotify removed it? If not, send an email to walmart.podcast.com and I'll send you the MP3 file for free. But if you're too shy to ask, or you're just a hater that thought that the idea was lame, that's cool. Just be sure to turn the volume up and listen to this week's latest podcast episode where, as usual, I interview cool Vit and non-Vit people just like you and me. This week, we're heading to Berlin, Germany, by way of Toronto, Canada, to talk to a street photographer, art director, writer, and worldwide wanderer. Listen as we talk about bootleg merch, the Kumon tutoring program, mom's cooking, Toronto love, Year of the Rat traits, self-doubt, adventures in Vietnam, Japanese washi paper, his uncle's pizza shop, his career path, how he broke 2 fingers, AI, remembering our first In-N-Out burger experience, and so much more. Everybody sit back, strap in, hold on tight, and give a big guten chow to the fascinating, the captivating, the riveting, the ultra-hyper-creative, Mr. Johnny Nghiem. Hey, what's up, man?
My guy, just give me 1 second so I just one message.
Cool.
But happy New Year, though.
Happy New Year, man. I got my New Year hat on this time.
It's
kind of gaudy. I got it in Closet Mail like a couple years ago. It's like a bootleg Louis Vuitton hat. I got it for like $5.
I got all this bootleg shit because I was like in China last year and I was during Chinese New Year. I was in Malaysia after China, but like my extended family, they bought me all this like fucking like big like Balenciaga shirts.
Yeah, dude, you're in the land of bootleg in China.
Oh, it's the best. The best. Do you want to buy smoke?
Oh, go ahead, man. Feel free to get naked if you want to. Get comfy.
I'm pretty cozy. I mean, it's fucking like winter here in Berlin. It's like brutal.
It's 10 p.m. over there, right?
Yeah, but it's like normal time for me. I just like finished a bunch of work.
That's the best time to get work done. Nobody bothers you, really, except for me.
Exactly, which I'm totally okay with. I'm like, we're down to talk about some Vietnamese shit. So I'm like, yeah, let's talk about some Vietnamese shit.
Yeah. But yeah, man, first of all, I want to say thank you. Like a powerhouse creative would want to waste your life with me for like an hour or so. Yeah, I'm really blessed, really grateful that you want to talk to me for a little bit.
But how the fuck do I know about you again? Through Dan, right? Demon Slayer? I think that's how...
Oh, I think so. Like, I mean, like, everybody's probably connected through Dan, because he, like, knows, like, every single Vietnamese person on the planet.
Yeah, it was, like, because I remember he posted a Tuan Ein shirt, I think.
Yeah.
And then I copped one, because I needed it, and then I wore it for the first time in Toronto when I went to surprise my mother, and she was kind of like, what the fuck?
Really? Awesome, dude. Yeah, cool, man.
I mean, it's fucking... I love that shit, man. It's like, you know what? I didn't get to really, like... understand my Asian side until the last like 5 or 6 years, and that's like one of the first pieces that brought it back together. Like the two.
Really, the Tuan shirt.
Yeah, the Tuan shirt. Yeah, and then this whole Paris by Night journey with. Do you know Celine?
Celine
in Saigon.
Nah, I don't know Celine. I know Selena, Hispanic chick that sings Bitty Bitty Bomb Bomb.
Oh right. No, Celine is the heir to Paris by Night. You should talk to her. She's quite interesting. She's very anti all that shit, but she's the heir to the whole franchise.
Really? Okay, cool. I need to look into her. Celine.
Yeah, she's a techno DJ. It's like and very different than Paris by Night, I would say.
It's tough getting people to talk though. Like, so I was lucky that you actually accepted and talked to me and wanted to talk to me. I was like, wow, really? Cool.
Why not? Like, fuck it. Like, what kind of plot can you take besides like fucking hanging out, drinking soda?
Dude, I'll send out like maybe 100 invites for somebody to come on my podcast. I'll get like 1 out of 100 people. It's crazy.
That's shitty because your shit's pretty fun.
I hope so. I don't even know if people listen to it, to be honest.
But we're listening to each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. I just do it because it's fun. That's pretty much it. It's all coming from love. That's it.
Yeah, like I've thought about doing podcasts before, and it was like. I think I'm the right person for it, but at the same time, like, I just don't really have the capacity to do it. But I'm down to talk. Like, I've been on other, like podcasts and formats before, and it's, like, quite fun to just talk shit.
Just bullshit. Just bullshit around. So when I first started it, I thought it was going to be like, okay, just talk to people, whatever. I'll just do it all remote. And then when I got into it, I was like, oh, shit. Like, it just took me, like, 3 days to edit, like, an hour's worth of audio, and like my back fucking hurts and like my ass hurts, and I'm getting nothing from it, but I just do it off pure like just love, dude. That's it. Yeah.
Also, just to connect to different people and all that
too.
stuff, and it's like, especially like on the Viet side of things, because I think it's like our culture is quite like unique and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
I think we all come from like shared experiences, but also very completely different ones as well.
Yeah.
And it's like especially like the German Viets. I'm not sure if you talk to any German Viets, but they're very, very different Viets I've been around the world. But I'm like, you guys are like German. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like in North America, like I'm from Toronto, right? So it's like, we're all Canadians and all that shit, but we're actually very like Viet or Chinese or whatever you are. You know what I mean? Like we're inside, like we all speak it, you know? Like I speak Vietnamese still. But here they're like, I don't speak Vietnamese. I'm like, oh my, how did your fucking parents allow that shit? Your grandparents.
Do they say like Guten Chow? Instead of Guten Tag?
Guten Chow is amazing. You should make that shirt. I can help you sell that here.
Just for the Germans, just for the German Vietnamese, you know.
Oh my god, Guten Chow is so fucking good.
Ever since I started this podcast, though, I noticed there's like one common theme with everybody I talk to, and it's like trauma. It's like Vietnamese people got this weird ass trauma thing going on with them that's deep in their bloodlines, and it's rooted down into their kids, and like. Yeah, dude, that's the common theme that I've been kind of like sensing ever since I started this thing.
What kind of traumas do you have growing up?
Dude, I don't know, maybe just like my parents whipping my ass and like beating me, or like that type of trauma. But then,
wait, you know what's trauma though? Having to go to fucking Kumon. That's trauma.
Oh, Kumon, the educational thing? The tutor thing?
Gulag, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Asian gulag. So I had this double whammy growing up where it's like, obviously I learned English, French because of Canada.
Yeah.
But also my parents like you have to learn Vietnamese, and my grandfather is Chinese actually, so I'm a quarter Chinese, I guess. Well, I am, for sure I am. And he sent us to Cantonese school. But what he did was that during the weekends we had fucking Cantonese school at 9 o'clock in the morning till like 2 p.m. So this is like 6 days of school. After that, you go to fucking Kumon, which is like the community center next door to the fucking school. I had to do that for 3 or 4 hours just to fucking get stickers. Like, that's all I could earn. It's like, oh yeah, but if you get all these right answers, you can trade your credit for stickers. I'm like, fuck stickers. I just wasted. I miss Spider-Man. I miss Power Rangers. I miss all these shows on Saturday for fucking Kumon school. And what did it get me? I can do algebra when I'm like 12. Who the fuck needs to know algebra when they're 12?
Dude, you know what's more traumatizing is my dad's a mathematics major. So I sucked at math, dude. So I would ask him for some help. And then I can never get that shit right, me and my brothers. So he'll just hit us with the like, point to the head. You're dumb as a cow. Move your ball. You're never going to be able to do it. And then that shit is traumatizing too. So.
Oh yeah. Like I thought it was fucking useless growing up because it's like my sister. Like I'm a middle child, right? I got a younger sister and older sister. My older sister was like the pretty girl in high school, got crazy good marks, and like had a cool boyfriend, and like just always like. And my parents were like, she was like the shining star. They completely disregarded it. Even as the old,
even as a boy, even as a single boy,
even as a boy.
Wow.
Because I was a pretty quiet child, like huge introvert, like really like lived in video games, and like my next door neighbor and I were like very close friends. We played like I remember us playing like ball hockey. So like our houses were beside each other, right? In the middle was the 2 driveways. But sometimes when the parents weren't there, the cars would be gone. So like, what did we do? Obviously, we were broke, fucking like immigrant children. So then we built a net out of slippers, Asian slippers. So like just the width and the depth, so we know where the post is, kind of.
Yeah.
My fucking goalie outfit was basically rollerblade knee pads on the knees, and then I had the elbow pads below that for the shins. Then we took an Asian slipper, we put a piece of cardboard for the blocker for the goalie, and a baseball glove as a mitt, right? Yeah. So that's what we played.
Dude, I can see why you're so creative now. You're just very imaginative to use all those things as your goalie outfit.
It's called surviving.
Yeah.
It's called like climatizing with the environment I was in. For some reason, my parents were really into like assimilating us as fast as possible. I'm like, first off, we were born in Canada. We don't need to be assimilated. We're going to be surrounded by this. My parents didn't have education or anything like that. They just came over from the war, had a crazy journey getting there. And so they were obsessed with assimilating us. My mother would like, so for Vietnamese, right? Yeah. So she used to give us Vietnamese and like let us take it to school for lunch and shit. A, it's cheap, 2, it's fucking delicious, right? But when you open that shit up and there's Western kids around you, they see fucking pate, they see these weird ham bits, they see these like pickled vegetables, and also the smell is quite pungent.
Yeah,
you know,
very pungent.
Bite me smells a certain way. My mom used to like, so once she knew that we were getting bullied at school for our food, right? Because like nobody really knew. She started to like take the bite me ingredients out of the bite me and put it in Wonder Bread.
Oh.
So we had white slices of bread with bite me topping, which is literally just like butter, pate, and the meat cut in a fucking square.
Dude, is it like?
So it looked like.
Is it good still?
Dude, and you know what else she did? She fucking pressed it. She grilled it.
Oh
so
shit!
She put it in a toast. And this shit was so delicious. It was like, it's so greasy because of the butter and the pate. There's like so much grease, but like the flavor, I swear to God,
that's kind of innovative. You don't want to try that now with just like some normal bread. Like, I can't believe I never thought of that. But yeah, it sounds really good.
Like, I know there's a couple like cookbooks out there where it's like, these Asian personalities like, oh yeah, this is like what our parents made for us. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, that's like you have money, When your parents don't have money, they get really creative. You know what I mean? Like they really understand. They're like, okay. My mom used to she was like, okay, like everyone eats pasta. Like in her head, it's like, oh yeah, pasta's a thing, like because we also grew up in like, we were near an area called Little Italy, or of course the Italian Toronto. I'm from Parkdale. Yeah. And that's like Little Italy, right? So like we always drove by it. They knew about pizza, they liked pizza, but they didn't really understand pasta then. They just saw it in like videos and shit, right? Or commercials or people eating it, but they never knew like how to make it. So my mom just kind of like figured it out. Yeah. But also using a shitload of sugar, right? So what she would do is that she would like get penne pasta and she would boil it regular, right? Leave it to the side. Her sauce was, do you know the brand Ragu? Yeah. Yeah, I still live on Ragu. Yeah, Ragu.
Ragu or Prego, it's one of those two.
Yeah, or Prego, exactly, with the mushroom sauce, the mushrooms in it, right? With the bolognese. She used to take that, right? And then she used to like hot fry it really fast in the wok with tons of oil and just like cook, like nuke that shit, right? Then she would leave it in the fridge overnight. The next morning, she would have high heat on the wok and fucking cook it again. And I swear to God, that penne was crispy and delicious, and the sauce was so rich. Wow! And I was like, Mom, this is like a thing. She created something. And I'm also so like hyper because all the sugar you put in it. You know what I mean? Like I really liked it. And it's like I've tried to, and I think I'm a pretty like strong cook. And so like, but I've never been able to figure out how to build it since. I even like went back to Toronto, got the stuff that we used to get at Price Chopper, where these grocery stores, and I tried to remake it, but I couldn't. And I was asking Mom, like how do you do it? She's like,
it's like I don't know, I just guessed.
Yeah, she's just kind of like, well, I just put it in a wok, and I just know how to make things tasty. And I'm like, it's called sugar and MSG, but like that's a hack, but it's absolutely amazing. But I've never been able to recreate it. It's like And I try to do it in Berlin. I just can't do it.
You gotta figure it out and open up your own pop up and just call it Mom's Food and have like a banh mi with Wonder Bread and this weird Italian wok concoction thing.
So delicious. It's like it was like. So I also grew up in Parkdale, and my high school is called Florida Collegiate, and across the street from us was this like Portuguese bakery, right? Yeah. And what they did was simulate what the culture around it, because my high school is also near Little Jamaica, which is where we lived afterwards, right? So we had this like massive Jamaican community in Toronto. It's amazing. And so the Portuguese bakery is kind of like, you know what? We're going to take Portuguese bread, with lettuce, tomato, mayo, and cheese, and a Portuguese bun, but we're going to do two things. We're going to, one, put a beef patty inside that, and then put a piece of cheese on top of that, and we're going to fucking toast it.
Dude, that sounds delish.
And it was like, they're like, they did what my mom did, or the vice versa. They just knew how to assimilate with the environment. That thing was fucking crack. Dude. For $2?
Dude, bread, meat, and cheese. Bread, meat, and cheese is all you need, really.
You know what I mean? Like, Toronto's just beautiful that way, where it's like each culture really, like, reacts to one another. Yeah. Based on just, like, business sense. It's kind of like, you know what? Like in Toronto, we have, like, also, like, was it Rasta pasta? Where they combine Jamaican and Italian. It's
okay. That sounds good.
Sounds good. And so Toronto has a lot of that. A lot of, not fusion in a bad fusion, American Chinese cuisine fusion sense, but just using cultures and just bridging it together, which I'm very happy that I got to grow up in that environment. Yeah. They made me love food above anywhere. I'm not scared to eat anything.
My aunt and uncle live over there, but I visited Toronto a few times. Toronto's cool, man. It's a very good, diverse city, man. Big Asian community over there, but everything to eat over there, a lot of things to do, but it's cool over there. It's like a music
Bro,
hub. It seems like it's a music hub of the world these days too. It seems like every musician's from there.
I would say. I mean, I would still say the music hub is like in America for sure, but Toronto definitely has a lot of good gems. But fuck, I just lost the train of thought. I was going to tell you something really funny from my childhood. Oh, Asian gangs. But lots of Asian gangs in Toronto.
Yeah, is there?
What's
the big Asian game? What's the big Asian game over there?
Dude, high school versus high school. The high schools are very close to each other. So you had different Yits and Chinese in different high schools, and they always just kind of beef with each other. There was one place called Annex Billiards, but I think it's still there. It's a huge pool hall. So different people would go there, like just anyone would go there. But then you also get different Asian gangs that go there, and the beef there is insane.
It's funny how pool halls are always they're always like relatable to like where all the bad people hang out, but yet we still go.
Yeah, that's what I thought until one of the first viral videos that ever came out in Canada or from Toronto on YouTube was this crazy fight at this place called Pho Cellular in Toronto, where a girl gets hit with a bowl of pho in the face during a fight. It's like someone chucks a bowl and it just hits her face. This is like 14 or 15 years ago, and the resolution is absolute ass. But this one restaurant, which is in Chinatown, Toronto, we used to have so many fights in this one pho restaurant to a point where the first viral video in Toronto came out of that restaurant. And this crazy Halloween Asian fight.
Hopefully they make it a marketing tool now so that people can come visit. They can just be like the first Asian meme fight that you'll see on Instagram. Happened here.
I mean, I wish this happened now.
Dude, what era are you from? How young are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, you're 41? Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so that was like 84? 84?
84, so like my growing up was like in the 90s.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty much around the same age too.
Yeah, which is like a pretty cool era. We didn't have cell phones, and
the best era.
We had to be outside. It was pretty cool.
Are you like a rat? You're like a rat then, right?
You're the rat and a Scorpio.
Oh, okay, cool. Rat people are they're good. They're like very social people. I get that sense from you, dude.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. Like, I never really read into the rat thing.
Very ambitious too. Very ambitious.
Yeah, just like fucking hustlers, man.
Good with money too. Good with money too.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I wish I was great at it, but I think I'm okay.
I think your biggest
could be worse.
I think the rat's biggest weakness is I read all this shit all the time. Every time I go into like a Chinese restaurant, they got that menu, got all the fucking zodiac signs, and I always read it, kind of study it. But I think the biggest issue with the rat is that the responsibility level is sometimes it like kind of like dips off. Like whenever
it's on and off.
Yeah, you struggle with responsibility.
Yeah, I would say that's like a very fair assessment. I think I'm better at it now because I'm older, but like before I was just kind of like I let my eyes just like kind of drift. You know what I mean? Like I was a little bit just kind of like, oh, who am I? Like, what am I doing here? And then I'd be, oh shit, that's that car. You know what I mean? Like I would just drift. Or it's like it's not even like girls. It's just random things where I'm like, oh, there's a bird.
Yeah.
Like my mind just like shifts, and it's like. I don't think I'm being irresponsible in harmful ways, but I'm not being responsible in the best way.
I'll be like that too, and then I'm like, oh shit, like, am I responsible enough to like be an actual adult right now? And then like I'll have my mind would drift even further, and I'm like, dude, like I suck or I'm not good enough, and then I'm like, I need to take things more seriously, and then I'll get into this weird like wormhole tangent of like how shitty I am and how better I can be, and then like I'll waste like a whole day that way, and I'm like, dang, like why did I drift off like that? Then I go to sleep and I wake up and it's another day. So yeah, it's
like I just did some acid recently, and like it makes me like really, and it's something I never really do. Like I haven't done acid in like I don't know 12, 13 years. It's been so long, but just this opportunity came. I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's see what me is telling me. And it just ended up with me like sitting in a hot bath by myself, looking at my feet and staring how big it is. I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm alive. You know what I mean? Like I exist, and it's like there's times I doubt myself. There's times that are pretty tough, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm still here, and I'm still thinking about what can I do next. Not in terms of like work or any certain ambition, but it's just kind of like what's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I started thinking about things that are closer to the day. And it's like if you try to give too much foresight into what you're doing, I feel that's like creating these like unrealistic goals, and also like you're just adding overwhelming pressure on yourself. And kind of like, well, if I just treat it day by day, or at least every 2 days, I can foresight a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's okay to keep it kind of like closer to reality. sometimes when I think about it, like, like, yeah, I want to buy a house one day, or get a sick Supra, you know what I mean, and just have a fucking ABG, you know what I mean, like shit like that, but it's kind of like, yeah, but like the steps to get there is what overwhelms you, already, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm conditioning myself to a certain path, and it's like something that I never did, I think once I broke out of that,
we're our biggest critic.
Exactly. So, like as growing up in an Asian household, you have like a lot of like, I don't know, pressure, right? Like we all grew up this like pressure where it's like, we came over to this country to give you a better life, and it's like they're not trying to make you feel bad, they just want you to know that they had nothing, and that was the best way for them to tell you that, hey, like I really had nothing and you have no idea what my life went through, but I got my fucking ass over here so that you can have a normal Western life, and with some of idea of who you are, like I never visited Vietnam growing up. Like I only visited for the first time like 2 years ago.
What'd you think?
That was my first time.
What'd you think of it?
You know what? I was like pretty shell-shocked. Not called shell-shocked, where I'm just kind of like, this is like, everything I imagined Vietnam to be is exactly what I grew up with, which is like people bickering all the time. They were just really fucking loud. They love sitting on really short and tiny stools. Like my grandfather, bless his soul, rest in peace, he passed away years ago. He used to build just these little shitty stools out of just like 3 pieces of wood with just some screws. He's like the best carpenter if you have absolutely no money. You know what I mean? Like, he'll do it. He'll figure it out. There's this one photo I took of my grandma's house, which is no longer there in Toronto, where he permanently installed a window air conditioner through the wall of the house. And he had central air. It made no sense to me. He like literally ripped through the foundation of the wall, took out the bricks, and fucking permanently
just to do it. Probably just to do it.
Just to do it. And you know what? The fucking thing broke. So for like 15 years, it's just this weird art piece that's permanently installed on the side of a wall.
That's what it is. That's probably what it was. That's probably what it ultimately was an art piece. And he wanted it to fuck up and break down too, because it's a part of the art.
Dude, he put drywall around it, so you literally couldn't take it out. Like you would have to cut through the wall and dismount it somehow. So it was so ridiculous.
When you were in Vietnam, you like, all this shit was like the aura of Vietnam like encompassed you. Where you're like, oh shit, now I get it. Now I know why I'm so fucked up. Now I know the reason why my personality is the way it is. Or did you understand yourself more as a Vietnamese person?
It made me really grateful. It made me understand the idea of being grateful.
Yeah.
Because it's like, since I was never able to like, because my family was like, my mother is like my family's low income. Like they don't own a house. My parents are divorced, and like they just had a really rough life.
Yeah.
We had the best life that they could have given us, and we had the best family support system because all my cousins, all my aunts and uncles from both sides are majority, like 99% of them are in Toronto. So I grew up in a village. Like we all grew up at my grandma's house and shit. So like seeing how close, like how our parents, my aunts and uncles try to like bring us together was very similar to how it happened in Vietnam, where it's like you literally live with your parents until like you get married. You literally like are always around each other. You have so many things and activities where it brings you together, National holiday, Tet, for example, Chinese New Year, and all those shit, right? It's like it's the idea of just like sitting outside. That's the one thing I didn't get. Where it's like when I was in Saigon, I was like, everyone just like sits outside, drinks juice, listens to loud like fucking Vina House, and just talk for hours.
That sounds like the life right there, man. That sounds like paradise.
Like it's just like literally doing nothing. It's like they get completely wasted at a bar. Then they just drink juice until 4 a.m. on the side of a road somewhere. There's like 400 people.
Nice.
And I'm just kind of like, this is kind of cool, I guess. Like but I see like my mother and my aunt talk. They're all they're chatting or they're on the phone all the time.
That's
right?
my mom. That's my mom. My aunt are like that too. They're like best friends. And I don't know any siblings aside from my mom and my aunt that actually like each other. It's like
yeah. So when I went to Vietnam, it was like, so I didn't go there for the purpose of visiting Vietnam. The purpose was that I worked with my colleague or collaborator, her name is Hatanaka, amazing Japanese Canadian artist, washi artist. I print all my photos on handmade paper. So we're very much into that shit. So we did a documentary in Japan the year before that when she was doing residency in West Japan called Kochi. So I was in this fucking small town in the middle of nowhere, Japan. Absolutely beautiful, learning and filming, documenting and interviewing people who make washi. And then it led to Vietnam, where we're like, okay, we're about to go to Vietnam to now do the second part of the documentary, which is about Vietnamese handmade paper in northern Vietnam. And we had some people on the ground there, and Alexa and I we already had an art exhibition in Japan, so we're very close friends. And she's from Toronto as well. And so we went to, so the idea was that we were going to go to Vietnam to shoot this. So then I decided to go to Hanoi 2 weeks earlier before the shoot, and also go to Saigon for 1 week. And then the shoot happened. So I went there with the idea of like scouting and just like understanding who to talk to and just like traveling to different places to see kind of where we're going to shoot. That was my intention. Of course, along the way, it changes, right? You know, as soon as I get there, I'm just kind of like, oh my God, I can understand almost everything. It's fucking scary. You know what I mean? Like, because in Canada, it's like, you speak English, Viet, Chinese all together. You know, it's not like you just speak one language. My mother and I speak English, but when we want to stress a point, we say it in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know.
But you're walking around the street, you're hearing Vietnamese all in the background, it starts getting to you, or like.
Yeah, because it's like the amount of swearing is unbelievable.
I can see that, yeah.
It's like as soon as I get off the plane, it's like this. I see this Vietnamese guy, this Jew ahead of me, and he drops something, right? And he's like, "Man, I was like, but you did that." Like, yeah. But he's just cursing. He's just cursing the situation. He's like, "You have to bend over now, get the stain, go back up," you know. And it's like, but then I heard that, like, man, like fucking so much bickering in Vietnam. Like the fucking minute I got to the city, it's like you're honking and swearing are the two things you can hear the most.
Yeah.
In fucking Saigon or in Hanoi, and I'm just like, this is pretty rad, you know. To like, and then seeing like. People they do sit on the small stools, the plastic stools. They love sitting on that shit. You know what I mean? And you know what? I like it too. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun. Yeah, so then I was like pretty like, and then I had to use my Vietnamese for the documentary, right? Because I had to translate, and that was like fucking terrifying. You know, like at first I was like, I'm like, my mom was like, you can understand, like, Theodore, right? It's like, but you don't speak that well. But that's okay, because it's like you're gonna figure it out.
How would you rate your Vietnamese though? What would you grade your Vietnamese?
I think when I first got to Vietnam 2 years ago, it was maybe at like 40% capacity.
Okay.
You know, so I basically can get I know what you're saying. Yeah. I just don't know how to respond, you know? So I can respond like a child, you know, which is kind of like where the level is at. Yeah. But then after the trip was done, it was more like 70, 80%. Where I got to really speak like to a degree where it's like I can have a conversation. Sometimes I forget a word, but then I'll just say it in English and they get it, you know? Yeah. But then, because one of my best friends, Paul, who's also Viet, he's German, but he was born in Vietnam, and then they went to Germany when he was like 7. And he was with me on the beginning of the trip and the end of the trip, because he was in Vietnam anyway, in Hanoi. So he got to see, and he also translated for me a little bit. So he got to see like my progression in Vietnamese. He's kind of like, your Vietnamese has gotten a lot better. It's like now we speak English still to each other, but we'll like try to speak Vietnamese to each other. That's also like a different level of understanding each other.
How long were you over there for?
I was there for like a total of a month and like a week.
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah. And then during the middle of that, I was in like northern Vietnam and like the middle of fucking nowhere. Like I was like 6-7 hours away from Hanoi. It's where all the Hmong people live. The indigenous people. Yeah. And so like, and there are a lot of new paper makers are with them, but it's like I was more interested about their culture than anything. You know, it's kind of like you are Vietnamese, but your ancestry is from another place, and it's like they hold their value to their religion or their culture so dearly, like through paper, which I didn't even know about. You know, like I didn't know how important handmade paper was in Vietnam. I was understanding, just like in Japan, like washi is like a dying art or a dying practice, right? Yeah. Anything handmade is a dying practice, essentially, right? But in Vietnam, it's actually, it can never go away because of like, you know, when you like burn money and shit, that's made out of handmade paper.
Oh, so they need somebody to make the handmade paper so they can make money.
Yeah, just to that, but also like Hmong people, they use it where they make it and they stick it on the wall with the gold leaf, and that's kind of like their altar. So for them, it's like, it's like for them, they never can get rid of that, because I think like the one thing that I really loved about Vietnam is how proud Vietnamese people are of being Vietnamese. Like they're really proud, and I really like fuck with that.
That's really cool that you went to Vietnam, not just to Vietnam, but deep within like these pockets that nobody would ever think of going to, and then just learning more about, I mean, like Vietnamese handmade paper, like, wow, like that would never have crossed my mind to go to Vietnam and see how that's done or see how that's
done. It's called Dây Gió, which is like, the direct translation would be like wind paper. Okay. Which is not what it is, obviously, but that's a beautiful way to say it. Yeah. And then when I just had an exhibition with Alexa at the Canadian Embassy in Tokyo for 3 months, and it was an amazing exhibition. She did such an amazing job. Like I document her stuff, and then photos and videos all kind of in this beautiful space. But we met a paper dealer who told us more about wind paper, Zaiza. He's a Japanese guy. Really, like my friend's cousin. Yeah, my friend's cousin. And he was telling us, like, he sent us a poem, and it's like, Zaiza totally makes sense because, like, obviously, like, paper comes from, like, rain, water, right? So it does come from the sky. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay, now that makes
Amazing.
sense. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Dude, I was checking out, like, your work, and I was checking out your blogs and stuff, and it's like you've been all over the world, man. Like, you're like a nomad. I don't know where you live at, where you're from. I just kind of learned that you're from Canada. Now you're living in Germany, but you've been to Vietnam, but you've been to Tokyo. You just got back from Tokyo like last week or something like that. But like, how do you balance like all your travels? Like, do you have it set? Do you have a schedule, or you just kind of random? Like,
it's a little bit. I mean, my schedule is like it fluctuates quite heavily because I think in the industry that I fortunately work in, which is essentially the video and film world, I guess, or TV and film, or film and TV.
And like, how did you even get into that world though? Did you go to school for it? You were always just like a creative kid. You went to school for it, and then like you just became a photographer.
How I got to my career is quite interesting, I guess. Because I started off as a music journalist, like very, very long ago.
Okay.
And then I ended up working at my uncle's pizza shop for like 4 or 5 years. Martino's Pizza in Toronto. It just went viral again for their Kung Pao chicken pizza. Or the General Tso's chicken pizza.
So your uncle still has a pizza shop in Toronto?
Oh, big time.
Oh,
big
shit.
Time. He's like, everyone knows him as Uncle Kevin.
Okay, cool. I gotta check it. Into this.
You gotta come. When you're in Toronto, I'm there. Or if you're not, you go there. I'll call them and tell them like, "Yo, you're coming."
Okay.
You need to taste this fucking pizza because he went crazy viral.
Yeah.
Crazy viral.
Really? Okay.
And he's like, my Uncle Kevin's just a super humble guy. Anyway, so I also like did the pizza shop. But while I was there, my parents got divorced. I left journalism school, became a music journalist, went back to school. At one university, then I spent 3 years at film school. So, but I never graduated into the school. I always started working.
Yeah.
Well, because I always thought that like if I wait to start networking, when everyone graduates, then everyone's networking.
Yeah.
So it's like my strategy was always to like try to start working ahead, and I also really enjoy working because I'm a better learner with practice and not theory.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to like touch and and see the environment and not just read text.
So you came into everything but wanted to be a writer?
Yeah, like I really I remember watching like Almost Famous and just really enjoying the idea of what Cameron Crowe did, and it's a great movie. It's super fun, and it's like I always used to read Rolling Stones magazine when I was a kid.
Yeah.
At the library, just because I really loved I like short text, not like novels. I like things that are like 20 pages or 10 pages or 5 pages. I just like really refined ways to like digest a story, right?
I like that scene in the movie where that plane was about to crash, and then the dude was just like, fuck it, I'm gay. Yeah. And then everything was okay, and everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's such a great movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It's also like very inspiring because he did exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Cameron Crowe was an amazing music journalist, and then he became a fucking director.
Yeah, I think the movie was about him. I think he kind of did it as like a self.
You can do it too.
Yeah.
You can do it too. Like anyone can. Like nowadays, I think you can be whatever you want to be. You just gotta network and get to the right lane.
Yeah.
So I kind of started off there, and I became a production designer. So I was a production designer for many years, and then I became an art director at an agency in Toronto, and then I moved to Dubai for 2 years because I was kind of over North America at this point because I already lived in Toronto, New York, and LA at this point doing production design.
So you were just like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to Dubai right now, or was it like a work thing? I was like, oh shit, I gotta move to Dubai.
There was an offer that was quite lucrative that I couldn't pass up.
Okay.
They gave me a chance to go to the region, Middle East, which at the time was like not like Dubai was just coming up, and like these other areas in the Middle East were like starting to grow and like become like global cities, but still not a very frequented area. So I wanted to go there and kind of check it out for myself, because I'm like, it's not like I was like really happy about leaving Toronto like that. I remember at the airport seeing my mother cry for the first time. I cried. My little sister couldn't come because she was like so sad, and then I saw my best friend cry.
Yeah.
And that's what so it's like leaving wasn't hard, but I knew I had to do it for me because I just felt stuck in Toronto.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like I wanted to go there for the money. It just gave me a way to leave that was easy. And then from there, I kind of just like spent 2 years there, and then I ended up in Berlin, and then I just kind of in and out of Berlin and in Berlin and Tokyo, and then so that's kind of how it happened. But how I got into my career now is that it's through all these experiences. Being production designer, being a art director of agency, and then in Dubai, kind of did the same thing. And then I came to Berlin. I was like, well, like, what are my core skill sets, right? So then I identified, okay, like I worked in film, so I kind of know how to direct some videos. I directed a couple videos back in Toronto, music videos.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy, but it was just like a practice. And then I'm like, I love ideating because I was an art director, so I love coming up with ideas. And I'm fairly good at networking. So like when I moved to Berlin, I didn't know anyone. I knew zero people. I knew one person from Toronto, Patrick Lau, who lived in Berlin like a few years ago, and he said it was cool. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that's all the memory I had of it. And I haven't even talked to this guy in years. And I just thought about this thing. So I just like ended up there. And then my first thing was that I reached out to a couple of platforms, like just via Instagram, just messaging them or emailing them. And then I ended up being part of one called Colors, which is like a live session platform on YouTube. So I became part of their family and their team for many years. And then from them, like, you know, through an event, I met someone else that got me like a lot of contracts or clients at Universal Music Germany. And then it just kind of spread from there. And like, you know, I don't think I have like a crazy career, but I think I got to do some pretty cool shit that, you know.
Yeah, man, I see. That's why in the beginning I called you a creative powerhouse, because just looking at all your stuff, dude, it seems like you dip your hands in a lot of different things, from art direction to like video directing, and of course the photography too, and your writing too. I went on your blog and I started reading your blog. The way you write, dude, is an art form. It's like there's a feeling to it, there's a vibe to it. Like I feel your, like, you know, your feelings when you write your shit. Coupled along your photos too with it, dude, the stories were like amazing. Like,
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was really good. But then you stopped in like 2022, and I was like, I want to read more of this shit. But
yeah. You know what? I started the blog when it was like one of my very first trips to Japan with my best friend Fraser.
Yeah.
We had this crazy itinerary which we planned, which was like going to like Naoshima, going to like Kyoto, just like going all over Japan. And I was like, okay, every two or 3 days, I would just do it. I would just write and just post photos, just as like our own way to remember our memories of like our travels together. That's how it all started.
Very good blog. And then like how every blog post ends with like a music video that kind of like sets the tone to all your photos and all the writings that you had in that for that post. So,
yeah.
It's like all packaged nicely together.
Yeah. The reason why I haven't like posted anything since 2022 is because I've been working on like a book. I've been working on a book for the last few years, and now I think I'm finally ready to kind of compile it all together. And it's just like accumulation of just like random photos, like some, not really any client work, but it's like I use different cameras for different reasons. And it's like the one camera in particular I use it just to like do daily stuff, because I used to just post with my iPhone. Like most of the stuff that you see on the blog is with my iPhone.
Oh, really?
Like
Really?
Yeah, that or some film ones. The film ones you can tell, but most of it is iPhone. But I'm like, okay, but I switched to medium because I wasn't really a photographer until I would say 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
I was just kind of a person that just like was really just directing or producing. That's all I was doing. I never really took photos. I just kind of did it on the side for fun. But then one day, like I got hired to do something, and they're like, do you want to do it? And I was like, oh yeah, I'll try. You know, I'll give it a shot. So, like every opportunity that I saw, where it's like, since I was like working in music quite heavily, and I still work in music quite heavily, it's like, well, this is where you can actually do like a good energy exchange. Like, okay, I'll shoot your show if you just let me come to the show. You know what I mean? That's an energy exchange. I'm like, I'm going to capture this my way for you, and you can use it, but let me just come to your show.
Yeah.
So that's how a lot of my like relationship in music started, where it's like this exchange. And then of course I started getting paid for it, and which was great, you know, but I'll still do the odd one just for shits and giggles, just because I'm like, I really love this band, I just want to shoot them. Yeah. And I know I have a way to talk to them, you know, and I think it's like, I think I'm lucky to get to where I am now because I was able to generate experiences for myself. Because I think that's really important. And like, it's not about networking, it's about generating the experience. So it's kind of like, if you can open a door to an opportunity and all it will cost you is your time, but it allows you to be creative and it allows you to just focus on just one thing for an hour, you should just try to do it. That's like, it's not about money. It's about like creating those experiences for yourself.
Yeah.
Because those experiences will lead you to where you want to be, and however the world wants to give it to you, right? Like me, like I don't call myself anything. I really just like to work on cool shit. And it's like, and I also like working with friends. And sometimes like I'm directing, but now I'm just producing I'm producing a lot these days. And it's like, it's totally fine to just do different roles as well, because then you have a better perspective of who you are, and you also have a better perspective of people and how to deal with people. Because everyone's quite different. And, you know, I didn't grow up with a lot of friends. So like, I really like to treat people with like the utmost respect. And I love to listen to people. I love to hear the stories. Like, I love to hear the backgrounds. Yeah. So that's how I do to the world. And I think the world has given back to me, but I also have given back to the world.
Were your parents creative too? Like your mom and your dad, your sisters? Or were you just kind of picked it up?
I mean, the only creative person, and this is creative in a very like general sense of like knowing how to draw, design shit, and whatever. It's like my cousin Mike, but he like wasn't really. He just did it for fun. And the only thing that I really drew, like my sister didn't do art shit. My little younger sister, she paints, but like as a hobby, which is great, and her work is actually quite fun. But for me, it's like I grew up just drawing the front of an Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme from 1987. It was the car that I loved the most growing up, and I always drew the front of it.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing I ever, and that's the only thing I can really draw. It's the grill as well. The front, the grill is super sexy. And one day I want to like get that car just to like, not to be a pimp, but just to like ride in it.
Dude,
I think I belong in it.
Are you more, when it comes to your art, when it comes to your photography and your videos and stuff, are you more technique or are you more composition?
Oh, for sure. I think like when it comes to my video and camera shit, it's like, it's definitely about composition. Like for sure it's about composition. Like I'm the least technical person in the world. Like I can obviously use cameras. I know how to do it. I'm all self-taught. So it's kind of like I just figured it out. And also through friends and through many YouTube videos, and you just figure it out. But I think it's like, I think my style is very much about like existing in the space and just like, if it looks good, it looks good to you.
Yeah.
Like I can't really draw a lot of influences. I don't really have a lot of influence. I just kind of just do it myself. But it's like, I think that like how you see it is how it should be. You shouldn't try anything crazy. Try crazy things if it calls for it, for sure. But like me, I like to think, I always like, since I was, I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. So like I literally lived at the mall and I just mall watched. I just sat at the mall with my sisters and we just like watch people for hours. We couldn't buy anything because we were poor, but we just watch people. And that was like our way of just like existing in the space. And I still do the same thing when I like do street photography. I just literally walk around. If I see something, I just take it. And then it's like a shared memory. That's how I see it. It's our memory.
I can't even imagine how many photos are on your iPhone right now and like all the compositions that are on your phone. I bet you it's incredible.
It's stupid.
All the stuff that we don't see, but yeah, I bet you it's like
Which is what the book's going to be about. Like I didn't post a lot the last like year or so, like only stories, where I'm going to take all the stuff that I would post on stories and map it into the book. But the book will be done in a very Asian way, very specifically Asian way.
Oh, it's going to be read backwards from right to left?
No. But you'll definitely get a copy of it so like my plan is I'm going to apply for an artist residency this year somewhere in the world and just spend a month just curating.
Nice.
And start mapping it out. Like I want to buy a printer and get some handmade paper, not make it, but get some from friends in Japan. Yeah. And then just start printing and just starting to map it out a little bit because I think it's going to be pretty fun. I already found a supplier in Vietnam to do it. Yeah. My friend Funk, shout out to Funk, he kind of figured it all out. He's like, yeah, like these guys will do it for this price, and everything's customizable in Vietnam, as we know.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Does it have a release date?
No.
Just
I don't know yet. I think I want to try to do it like soon-ish because like my grandmother is 93, she's getting older, and I want to complete it for her because like she's like really my biggest inspiration because
that's sweet.
She's absolutely crazy, and like I fucking love her, and she just like. We smoke weed together.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. You don't give me that. That does not happen at all, right?
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I got footage of that. Yeah. Cool. So it's like, but she's the person that like, she used to just go to Vietnam randomly. She wouldn't tell anyone. Just go. And she lives with my pizza shop uncle and aunt. She just vanished.
Okay.
And then she just be in Vietnam. And so she's just kind of this woman this person that just like has this wild child attitude and just escapes.
That's probably like where you get it. That's probably where you get it from. Moving from this place to that place, hopping this place to that place.
Yeah. And now when I travel, I do it for my grandma because like I share all my photos. She sees photos that nobody sees. Like straight to her Facebook. She has Facebook. And then we FaceTime, we talk all the time, and it's like I'm starting to like record our conversations. Yeah. Because now I want to like have this memory of us. But I also like went to Vietnam. I asked my uncles and aunts like where my grandmother used to hang out in Hai Phong and Hanoi. And so I went to these places. I filmed them all in Super 8. And then I'm currently writing this monologue that's going to go over it. Yeah. But I want to make that and end the book like hopefully by the end of this year so that she can see it. Not that she's like in any, like she's not like going to go, but it's like, I just want to get it done. So at least like she has time to like really enjoy it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Whenever you take photos of people, do you just tell them, hey, I'm gonna take a photo of you, or is it just kind of like nonchalant? You just take their photo, or do they expect you to take the photo knowing that you're a photographer? Like, how does that go?
It's the roll of dice.
Do you just have like an extremely like good zoom and you just shoot from like a bush far away or something?
No, I'm so close to people. Like they don't I don't plan any shot. I just kind of just walk and I see something, I just take it, right? And so it's all random to me. But the one function that I do like is a zoom function, but it's not very crazy zoom. It's like a this very small camera that I have.
Yeah.
I have like multiple cameras, but like what I do, like, so when I'm traveling, I choose a different camera for every single day so that I can practice different ways to shoot, but using the same style. So like if you have a digital camera versus a rangefinder, like an analog camera, and then a medium format, it all teaches you to shoot differently in different compositions. But I treat every medium the same the way I shoot, so just as fast.
Okay, cool.
So all my cameras are built like for speed. Like as in like I can take photos really quick. Even on a big medium format camera, I have a Makina 6.7, and it's like I can shoot photos so quick with that camera. So like I try to shoot the same using 3 different cameras. I rotate it every day while I travel.
Do you ever get that weird awkward feeling when people know that you're a photographer and they're like expecting you to take their photo? So they're like, do you feel like a weird pressure or something? Like, hey, I don't want to take your photo today. I just want to chill. But you have to anyway.
I take that phone. I go immediately to like 0.5 lens, where it's just this fucking fisheye. I just do these cool 90 shots. I'm like, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
But usually they don't know that I'm photographing them. But if I am photographing them and I can see them and I like the shot a lot, I'll look at them and just be like, do the cute Asian thing. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. Dude, do you ever like feel like you need to slow down with anything, or do you ever hit like a creative wall, or like whenever you do, like how do you break free from it?
Good question. I always feel that I have no time in the world to finish what I want to do.
Yeah.
But it also motivates me to see the next day and see how I get closer to that goal. That's how I see it. So it's like, I think my friends and people around me will say that like I'm definitely overwhelmed and my schedule is absolutely wild, which is mainly my fault, right?
But do you feel it though? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you personally feel overwhelmed? Like you can't?
Yeah, like I feel overwhelmed mainly like I know because if I'm in a social setting like around a lot of people and I feel that I shut down, then it means I'm done.
Yeah.
It means I'm done. It means that like I just like been too cooped up in my head, or like I'm not able to express myself. And like the last thing I want to do around people is to like not give good energy. And sometimes when you're like burnt out or you're tired, you just want to be at home playing video games. That's like, let me harness that energy and let me cleanse myself before I get out to the outside world. But it's really hard to like not stop because it's like I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I think that like also being like our age, it's like we can kind of understand the last 20 years. Like we can see the last 20 years. Like most people now can't, our juniors, like they can't even say that. They can say 10 years, but 20 years, it's like, oh, now you got a little bit of experience to kind of navigate certain situations. So it's kind of like, well, now that I know all of this, why is it stopping me from navigating these other situations? You know what I mean? It's kind of like taking more projects is difficult, but at the same time, I'm creating that experience for myself. It's like it's like a little mini challenge to myself.
Yeah.
Where it's like.
But is there? Do you think there'll be a point though where you're just like, I got it no more. Fuck it. I'm just gonna like chill now. Like
I don't know, right? Because I'll tell you a story about badminton, right?
Okay.
So badminton's a sport that I play religiously. I love badminton.
That's the original pickleball. That's what I think.
Fuck pickleball. Fuck pickleball.
Yeah, fuck pickleball.
Besides ping pong, badminton's the one that I'm super confident in, where I'm able to like have a very like good game with someone. Like I may not be as good as some players, but I don't mind losing to them because I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why it's important to me. So like I broke 2 fingers a couple years ago. Right, so I can now kind of make a fist. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't make a full fist. My finger is kind of has a gap there, right?
Okay. Playing badminton?
These two fingers snap like 90 degrees, like right here.
Oh, dude!
Snap this way.
Yikes!
So I almost lost my fingers, and for 2 years I had to like kind of rehab it. I went to rehab.
What happened though?
It was like the dog that I dog sit. His name is Haju. He's a Rhodesian Ridgeback, which is this giant fucking dog that's known to protect herds and shit in Africa. My friend from Zimbabwe was telling me that he grew up with 20 of these fuckers. And they're just like, they're tanks of dogs. They're tanks.
Yeah.
They can, it's like, that's, I don't know if you watch Lord of the Rings, but there's this character named Ramsay who gets his face eaten off by a dog. And it's like that. It's like, if he wants to do that to me, he can just chew my face off. You know what I mean?
So you were lucky then. You were lucky he just broke 2 fingers.
Yeah, so the reason was actually quite honorable. So like I was walking him down the street, just over here, literally right there, and there was this off-leash husky. And huskies, I grew up with 5 dogs. One of them was a husky. So I knew huskies are very territorial, they're very alpha, and I had this giant dog that's known as a protector. You know what I mean? So and he's leashed. So then the leash was on my shoulder. And then the dog gets closer and closer, and Haju's just fucking like, he's like, get the fuck away from him. Fuck you want? You know what I mean? He pulled so hard that the leash slipped down while I was trying to like get a grab of it. It noosed around my 2 fingers and it pulled. And he's just like he's absolutely beating the shit out of this dog. My friend Benny is with me as well. He's seeing us all go down where I'm just like standing there disbelief as like blood drips.
That's crazy, dude.
Like it was dangling.
That's a true freak accident.
Yeah, and I was just staring. I was kind of, and I was just in so much shock that I didn't feel the pain.
Yeah.
So then we got Haju, got upstairs, and I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. So then went to the hospital. Took like 4 hours, and literally all they did was put a Chinese finger trap in my fingers and like jiggled it back together.
Ouch.
And so anyway, long story got way too long, but I'll just keep it shorter. So then after 2 years, I was able to kind of write again, and I was able to click my mouse again properly.
Oh my God.
I was able to pick, I wasn't able to hold the camera really. So like a lot of my photos the last like say 2 years, it's kind of like off, there's an angle to it.
Yeah.
And that's because I can't feel it. Like I can obviously see it on the screen or through the viewfinder what I'm doing, but like my fingers, these 2 fingers are so weak. They're not weak anymore, but they're a little bit weak now, but I don't have feeling in them. So when I'm holding the camera, like it sometimes goes a little bit to the right or to the left because
that's like your signature then. That can be your new signature for all your photos.
It is totally my signature. They don't see the book, but you can see a lot of that. So from that accident, I couldn't play badminton. So I had to relearn how to play something that I spent like 2 or 3 times a week playing for 2 or 3 hours at a time to have a break from life. So that's how the segue I want to get to is like I may feel overwhelmed, but I do have this one thing where I play badminton like twice a week, and it's like my way of trying to reset myself, like and fucking destroy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so it took me 2 years to pick up a racket again, and be able to hit it the way I hit it. I'm not as good as I was before, but now I just enjoy just playing. Just the fact that I can still do it now.
How long did it take you to relearn to wipe your ass, dude?
I mean, it was always with the left hand.
Oh, okay. Left hand's never that good though. It's like it's always kind of off. So yeah.
Everything else was a little, dude, like holding things with your other hand is a fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. Stranger.
Like your penis.
Yeah,
like your
exactly.
It's like an old Chinese man grabbing my
Dude, is there a time where you just want to like quit everything and just disappear, stop doing all creative work and just like be gone and be done with it, and
I like to think about it, but I don't think I can ever get there because I really enjoy thinking a lot, and like also like my family, they suffer from dementia.
Oh, really?
So my aunt passed away a few years ago. She had dementia. My grandmother had dementia. My other grandma. So it's like I know at some point my memory's gonna kind of click down a little bit, right? Yeah. So I want to like just keep using my brain as much as possible until that moment happens. Gotcha. Then that's why I kind of got obsessed with taking photos and traveling because I'm like, okay, I want grandma to get all this information now.
Yeah.
Just to know that, like, and so she always tells me that I travel for the both of us because it's like I do it.
That's cool.
And I want her to experience the same thing. So like, I don't think I can ever get tired of it because it's like I feel that I have like responsibilities to other people to keep going.
Yeah, gotcha. That's cool, dude. They say if you eat a lot of walnuts, you don't get dementia.
Yeah. I like walnuts, but not that much.
Yeah, just eat more walnuts.
Walnuts would be cool.
Dude, thoughts on AI and how it's implemented into the photography world and design world and just art in general?
AI is fucking crazy, bro.
It is crazy, dude.
I think AI is.
Do you use it use it for your advantage, or do you just fucking hate it?
I don't use it that much. I only use really, I think, ChatGPT, which everyone uses, but now I pay for it.
Oh, you had to pay ChatGPT? Is it worth it?
Yeah. I think so because it's like it does compute your own thought, your algorithm, the way you type and shit, really to a good fine degree. I think.
Yeah.
I think it understands me, and then once you interjected more and more of the information, then it actually starts to understand you a little bit. I'm not asking for advice, but it's just like it knows what I want.
Yeah.
In terms of references, it makes things a lot quicker for me to work, which is like it's like ChatGPT is like the iPhone of like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but what's crazy is that
like you can do anything you want. ChatGPT is that for me now.
It's crazy because it's still in its infant stages. Just wait like 5 years from now, fucking 10 years from now, you don't know what else the fuck it's gonna do. Like it's gonna be fucking cybernet,
Did you see what the Chinese what's that Chinese platform? It's like a AI video platform.
DeepSeek?
DeepSeek? It's something like that, but I don't remember the name. But I saw a video where it's like they literally had like I think it was like what is it? Like it was like 2 superheroes. They created a whole team with superheroes and like other the remake of the Titanic ending. They did that.
Really?
And Jack survives. And they made this whole scene, but it looks fucking amazing. It's crazy.
What's he doing? Like, is he like surfing on the door or something? And then he rescues Rose from the water.
He just survives. You know, and then. But it's like the thing that it can do, like, I think it's like AI is really interesting in music. I think it's really quite interesting there, where now there's starting to be some pushback on the idea of that.
Yeah.
And with video, it's been insane for so long. There's so many new tools you can use to like remove things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can duplicate frames, and it's crazy. And in photography, it's like you can literally just type in like remove this, add this, and do this, and it does it.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like it's I don't know. I think it's really exciting. You know, and it's like I did a piece for Art Basel last year, and there was like one episode. It was an episodic series called the Art Market, or decoding the market, or the art market. And it was like, there's one episode about AI, and these artists were talking about AI and how that, you know, AI art was always looked at like a little bit like, this is like a computer made this, right? Yeah. But now when the machine starts learning who you are, and you're starting to learn the machine, you can actually create like, people have created like poetry or paintings together with machine, and it's quite interesting. And I think that's going to be cool to see develop. But I'm also really interested to see like AI dishwashers and AI vacuums, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know there's some cool, like, you know, vacuums around, you know, those little ones that you just like, you know, it just runs around.
Right, the Roomba.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I think that like there must be one about that. Yeah. Where it's just like, it just walks around, just like shoots bugs and shit.
Yeah, it's like it's fucking Rosie the robot, dude, from the Jetsons. That's what it is.
Yeah, like it lifts up the couch for you.
Yeah.
You know, its finger,
while you're still sitting on it. Yeah.
Each of its fingers are little like suction things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, you know, they can get into every space.
Hey, it'll happen. Like, it's gonna happen. I know it will.
I'm excited for AI for like just like household appliances.
Yeah, just don't have to clean up the house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude. Well, time has flown by so fast. It's already been like an hour. Let's do a quick rapid fire, and then we'll wrap things up, man. But yeah, dude. Okay. Favorite place to visit?
Tokyo.
Place you want to visit but you haven't?
Taipei.
Blank space or fill the space up?
Blank space.
Okay. Digital or film?
Film.
Silence or noise?
Noise.
Listening to good music in a peaceful space all by yourself, or eating your favorite meal all by yourself in a peaceful space?
Listening to music by myself, because I do that quite often. I have a lot of records, so I have to listen to them.
Dude, I didn't even talk about your curated playlist. Your music's really good. Your music taste is good. Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to have a playlist on Spotify, and I stopped doing it like also 2 years ago, and for some reason, or 3 years ago, 4 years ago for some reason, and it used to have like 2,000 followers, you know, so I was like, oh yeah, I have a little audience.
I was listening to your playlist yesterday when I was trying to like study you and kind of try to encompass how you feel, and I was like, oh, this is good vibes, dude. So I was looking over your art, listening to your playlist, reading your writings. I was like, man, like this guy is a true dude, like I said, dude, creative powerhouse.
You make me want to write again.
Yeah, do it, man. I want you to. Yeah. Ramen or pho?
Pho.
Okay. Bratwurst or bibimbap?
Bibimbap. Sure.
Pho or bibimbap?
Pho.
Moss Burger or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out, for sure.
Wingstop or Yamachan wings?
Wingstop.
Okay. Wingstop or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out, for sure. Do you remember your first In-N-Out experience?
I do remember my first In-N-Out experience. I was like in Vegas. I didn't even have it in California. I had it in Vegas, and we walked from the New York hotel past the bridge, and then we walked this In-N-Out. We had it, and I was like, oh shit, this is actually it was worth it. We walked, maybe it took us like an hour to walk there, but it was good.
Okay, good.
I just got like a double because that's what everyone was telling me to get. I just got that, and I was like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I think I got like the animal one.
Animal style?
Bacon shit.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. But you know what was not worth it? I really liked the movie Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh yeah, that was funny. It's hilarious.
But when I also met John Cho and Cal Penn like years ago. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Asian guy in the movie.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, but I ended up wanting it White Castle like in America sometime, and I got it, and I was like so disappointed. I was like, this is shit.
Yeah, not that good. Yeah, I had it in New York.
The movie was this giant commercial for it. I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You can buy it frozen now too. They don't have any around Texas, But I heard they're gonna open one. But you can just go to the frozen food aisle in the grocery store. They sell like White Castle like burgers, but it sucks. It's not good.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
That was such a unfortunate. Anyway, next.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you're sitting in an electric chair and you're about to have your last meal. What is it? Don't tell me In-N-Out.
Bro, last meals. I've thought about this before.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking tough.
You're about to die, dude.
It would be definitely mom's home cooking. So she makes like
that's a good one.
What's that Vietnamese dish where it's like fried tofu with tomatoes, like a tomato stew. It's like tofu.
Fried tofu with tomatoes.
So what you do is you take like firm tofu and you fry it all sides so it's crispy and the inside's still soft.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have tomatoes, so you'll like cut the tomatoes into quarters.
Yeah.
And then you will boil that in a pot with fish sauce, chicken stock, and obviously the liquid is the bouillon or the broth, and then like green onions, white onions, and some other shit. And then you just boil the shit out of that with the fucking fried tofu, and it's fucking absolutely delicious. And my mom makes the best one.
That sounds good. That sounds like a fucking Vietnamese meatloaf. Whatever I'm picturing in my mind right now, but yeah, that sounds good. I probably had it, but I don't know the name.
That, my mom's pho sao, for sure. Pho sao beef, for sure. That's like a dish that I love a lot. And then also that fucking
penne pasta thing.
Guac fried shit that she made that I just like. It's because it just got crispy, man. Like there's this like side story where it's like there's when we had Kumar was at this community center called Scatting Court, it's still in Toronto, by the way, right in Chinatown. There's a small little like place where you can get food. It's like this Chinese woman or an Asian woman that worked there that like you can get like a burger, fries, whatever. It's just for kids, right? Yeah. That woman never changed her oil in a deep fryer, dude. Which in today's standards is so wrong. It's so wrong. But back in the day, we didn't know. Like, she just had money to change oil. It's expensive.
It's the gristle, man. It makes it better.
She would deep fry chicken wings in that fucking oil, right? And of course, like bits and pieces will fall off. But where does it get attached to? The fries when she drops it in. She had these fries with chicken bits on it, man. It was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Also, add those fries.
Add that to your last meal.
That was
a little bit of char.
I like kind of just drooled. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh my god, I miss it so much. I had so much fun eating that. That's
cool, dude. All right, cool. That's your last meal. And what grade are you giving your life at this point right now?
What grade am I giving my life? I would say the grade that I'm giving my life right now would be a very solid B+.
Nice. That's a modest.
I'm very happy.
That's a modest A. That's an Asian. That's like it's like an Asian A. Wait. It is an Asian A.
I think a B+ is good. I think it's like my life is at a point where I understand myself. I know what I need to improve on. Yeah. I also know where I want to be in the next 5-10 years, like in terms of the place on Earth and where I want to be. Like I'm gonna try to be in Asia. Yeah. Just to continue my journey of like scaling back and finding cultural roots. Like I'm just really invested into that right now, where it's like.
Okay, man. Very final last question right here. All right. When you pass, and if you go to hell, would you rather rot and burn in hell for an eternity, or would you rather for 3 years just be strapped into a seat and forced to watch all your most embarrassing life moments with all your closest friends and family in an arena-like setting watching too?
For 3 years?
Yeah.
What happens after?
You get to live life again, I guess.
I mean, I think that would be pretty fun because you get to relive your memories. But wait,
it's all the embarrassing shit though. It's all the most embarrassing and like
But there must be a caveat. It's like, is it the same videos every day or the different videos?
It's just on loop, dude. It's just like once your embarrassing moments end, it loops again, and everybody is watching you too.
I don't feel very well with the heat, so I'm gonna choose watching embarrassing moments for 3 years and living life again. The heat to me is like too much.
Yeah, dude. Cool, man. That was fun, man. I didn't even get to ask you all my questions, dude. I want to know more about your music. I wanted to know more about like the famous people you took photos of and all the stories from that. But man, time, it goes by way too fast, dude. But
we can do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2 down the line. Yeah, we'll do a part 2 down the line. But that was super fun. But yeah, dude. Just know that you're a true creative, and like I really admire your work, dude. I think it's great. I think it's incredible stuff. Keep doing what you're doing, and if people want to find you, where do you want them to find you on your many blogs and stuff? You got so many different like sites. Like, which one you want them to go to?
I think Instagram is like the best way because it also is where I'm the least like myself.
Okay. All right, dude. We didn't even get to talk about your New Year's dinner last night, man. Yeah, we'll save that for our episode 2. So yeah.
Our extended edition.
Yeah, extended edition. All right, dude. Thanks for the time, man. Peace out, dude. Appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, too.
Laters.
If you enjoyed today's podcast and would like to be a future guest, email me at walmach.podcast@gmail.com. While you're at it, like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow on your preferred podcast player. A quick rating or comment really goes a long way, so I really appreciate it if you could do that.
And don't forget to follow Johnny on Instagram at Johnny_5. That's JHONNY_5. Until next time, peace, love, and do my mic.